Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your daily reading for Wednesday, October the 2nd of 2024. This is a solar eclipse happening today, a new moon in the sign of Libra. So, solar eclipses do bring about surprises, fated events. The eclipses in general bring about change and transformation. You may find that you're making a decision to walk away from something, to let something go so you can have a better tomorrow. You may be letting something go and making some changes in your personal life, in your habits, because you maybe just can't continue repeating the same things over and over and over again. So we are breaking patterns and breaking cycles so that we can have a fresh start, so we can have a new beginning. So expect the unexpected with eclipses. Try and find a way to ground your energy, connect, go outside, go for a walk around the block, hug a tree, bring the inside outside if you can't go outside, or just visualize your feet just firmly planted in the earth can also help you get grounded there as well. Eclipses do bring about fated events and some karmic events there as well. And of course, we are in Libran season, so you could be meeting new people. The doors for opening new people, making new connections, be it friendships, romantic partnerships, business connections, right? Relationships, all kinds. You may also have some legal things that are going on as well, because we are in Libran season and legalities and things do come about with those also. So a wrong can be righted, or something can be resolved in some way. So check out your solar eclipse readings. They're all posted for you guys. I'll put the link down below. But today we are doing midweek motivation day, which of course lands on eclipse day. So we're not trying to predict any kind of energy for you. We're just open to see what messages do come about here for you from the cosmos. And it's messages of motivation, of positivity, maybe some advice, a little bit of foretelling for the future, whatever it is that spirit wants to talk about is what we're going to talk about. So we're going to open up with your first message. And we've got the green corn moon with patience. All right. So patience, of course, can be something that people have just naturally. Patience is also sometimes we need to focus on and learn. So when we are reminded to embrace patience in our lives, remember that not everything happens all at once. Sometimes things do. Sometimes things just kind of go boom and, explode into existence, or, things just all of a sudden change suddenly. But for the most of us, change happens gradually and patience is required. So maybe you're waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting for something to come in. Maybe you're waiting to see where a relationship is going, that kind of thing. There's certain things, of course, that you can do to kind of, kick things along a little bit, move things along a little bit, open dialogue, asking questions, that kind of thing. But quite often, we do need to let things happen in their natural course of events. There's a natural order of things. And sometimes when we try and force something into existence or force something to be the way we want it to be right here, right now, because we're impatient, sometimes that can backfire. So whatever situation you're dealing with, whatever new beginnings you want, whatever changes that you're trying to do, whatever it is you're waiting for, keep an open mind, keep an open heart, be prepared for some action, right? But patience is very much necessary. And if we see on this card, there's a portal there and there's a whole universe ahead of you. So your journey is not blocked forward. Sometimes we just need certain things to happen in a certain way. And especially if we're dealing with relationships. I mean, if you're on a quest for, say, new love in your life, it can feel like an eternity waiting to meet the right person. But keep your heart open And don't be afraid to take some action when you're guided to, when you're called to as well, right? Remember, we're co-creating with the universe. So, and in the meantime, enjoy your life. Live your best life. Do fun things. Don't be a wilting wallflower. All right, so let's see what other messages are coming in here for us. We have loss, reversal of fortune. Okay, now I'll explain about these two particular cards. This is past life energy oracle. And the reason I brought these out today is because even though this is a new moon, solar eclipse, and new moons bring about new beginnings, it does have that karmic element to it. It does have that breaking away from our past, and our past can be in this lifetime, and it can also be past lifetimes. So you are breaking away from an energy of loss, and this is something that may have come forward with you in this lifetime, or you could have been experiencing this in this lifetime, right? A reversal of fortune. Maybe, you used to be wealthy, or maybe you had a plethora of friends and connections. Maybe you had your own business. Maybe you had some money in the bank, right? But the reversal of fortune is like, oh my God, it's all gone. Where did it all go? This happened, and this catastrophe, and this catastrophe. And so it carries with it an energy of lack. But this is what we are focused on changing. This is what we're focused on letting go of. This is what we are releasing at this new moon. Karmic cycle come to a close. Congratulations, right? You are headed in a different direction. You are headed into a period of abundance. We're going to turn that fortune around. And I do find it very interesting that this particular card is number 16, because 16 does relate back to the Tower card. And the Tower is us carrying stuff that is inhibiting our growth, that is holding us back. And we have a big release of these things that open the door for new beginnings. So this is a big shift in energy for you, and it's absolutely fantastic. So embrace the energy of abundance. Embrace the energy of getting out of your comfort zone. Embrace the energy of knowing and trusting that there's better days ahead, right? Be ready for action. Be ready to make some changes or to make some important decisions, but ultimately trust yourself on your path. Trust your intuition, and also trust whatever guidance you're getting from the cosmos, because there is such great things that is ahead for you guys. And we have wealth. Hey, look at that. The wealth card. Sometimes it's very interesting. I do feel that these kind of go together. Number one, these can certainly go together, right? We're releasing and we're starting something new. So we've got loss and then we've got wealth. Beautiful, right? Opening the door for something else, opening the door to abundance. But we can also really have a look at this where for some of you, and I mean, we do get taught karmic lessons, and this solar eclipse does have some Saturn energy at play, and Saturn, of course, it is very karmic, right? Saturn teaches us things. Saturn doesn't deny us things, but it certainly can delay us things, and for a reason, something we need to learn, something we need to go through, right? And so sometimes what that can be is that we have suffered loss and a reversal of fortune, because maybe with the wealth card, it's not just abundance, but also entitlement, right? And entitlement can be sometimes a positive thing, right? I'm entitled to, all the abundance the universe has to offer. Absolutely. But we can wield that entitlement with a sense of, like kind of hoity-toity attitude, right? And it's like, you didn't work for it. It's like, why do you feel entitled to this thing, right? It's not yours. It's not yours for the taking, right? So we can kind of use that entitlement energy or word as, a negative there as well, right? So it can kind of go either way. An extreme of anything can certainly be negative. So sometimes we are taught those karmic lessons because we have maybe never previously experienced a loss or lack in our lives, right? We've just had all of our needs met. And sometimes it is a big lesson that we need to learn, a lesson in humility, a lesson in how to resolve issues and turn things around, right? Instead of the haves, have nots. And what do we do with that? So in this energy, I do feel it's a huge turnaround for people and for humanity here as well, because we are, well, there's a little bit of revolutionary energy that's going on in certain places. There always is around the world, but we are coming into some very interesting times for humanity, and especially with the energy of Pluto shifting. And you've probably been hearing about Pluto all year. Pluto brings power and wealth, and all these things are going on behind the scenes and not necessarily good, right? And Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto's about to be finished 100% in Capricorn for another couple hundred years, right? And Pluto's going to move permanently for the next 20 years in Aquarius. And so Pluto being power and wealth, and Aquarius being humanity and people, right? It's restoring a sense of abundance and wealth and power back to the collective. So this solar eclipse is bringing not just things in your personal life, not just positive changes for you, right? Not just resolving those karmic lessons, right? That we all sometimes do need to learn, but it's doing this shift for humanity as well. So, and of course, change sometimes comes chaos, whether it's something in our personal world or something on the bigger scale. But out of that chaos comes the change and comes the resolutions. So when you're about to give up on humanity, as some people are, okay, know that the world has not gone to the dogs. It's just that we hear more about it, and we do tend to hear the fear mongering and all that kind of thing. And there's some really positive things that are going on as well. But of course, they don't sell as well, right? So this can also be a lesson for you, or a time for you when you can turn your fortune around. You're reversing your fortune in a positive way. You're reversing your fortune in a healthy way, right? So it can certainly be a little bit of magic in the air for some of you there. So let's get a couple more cards out here for you guys. We're going to get 2 of these. I did pull these yesterday, the angelic activation, but I was drawn to pull them again today. And funnily enough, even though I've got a whole bunch of different decks out here for tarot cards, I'm not entirely drawn to pulling tarot for you today, oddly enough. Anyway, there is your first angelic realms message, and we've got sky beings. One thing I should say as well is that we are having a little bit of an awakening. October is when the veil is thin, right? So our connection to our higher realms is a little bit easier for us to make. Spooky season, right? But also the eclipses can certainly bring in a big shift in ourselves spiritually. Also, so you could be having some very interesting things going on in your life right now, because you're going through this activation and this shift. Anyway, sky beings see from a higher perspective. You're being guided to take a higher perspective. Do not allow yourself to be limited by what you do not see or understand. Do not allow your current experience to disrupt you from being the force of light you were born to be. Be open to seeing things differently and with consideration, for by being willing to shift your perspective, you allow angels to bring divine order to your life. The activation on this one: thank you, sky beings, for helping me see this differently. Amazing what a change in perspective can do. We can turn that lack into abundance. We can turn a negative into a positive, right? We see the light. We gain clarity. This is your next card. We've got Fire Guardian here. Fire in the sky, right? Solar eclipse. Hopefully you're somewhere where you can see it. Southern hemisphere, I think it is. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see this anywhere in North America. But if you can see it, cool, right? Because this is the ring of fire. Solar eclipse, it's the annular eclipse, so you do see that ring around it. So a little bit of fire in the sky. But we've got Fire Guardian. Your desires are not unholy. Interesting. You are being encouraged to connect to the energy of desire and ignite your passions. As long as what you desire doesn't cause harm or danger to any living being, your desires are not unholy. Express yourself, play, and be untamed. For allowing these raw and authentic aspects of yourself to come to the surface also allows the universe to see you in all of your glory. The activation, I ignite the fire of my passions and let it roar. Beautiful. And I will say, igniting passions, we've got a full moon in Aries in another 2 weeks. Okay. Aries, of course, is initiating things. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, gets things started, but is also a fire sign, right? And it's all about following your passions, your goals, your dreams, and getting excited. So this can be a very transformative, month for a lot of you. But certainly turning things around. Okay, I'm going to leave all of that there, guys. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please do like, share, subscribe. Check out your solar eclipse readings, of course, and take a moment to absorb the energy. All right. We always think we have to do something at eclipses. I like to take eclipses out and at least a couple of hours or so. And I do like to just take some time for myself, just to be, not to think about anything, not to do anything, just to enjoy and be open to whatever messages or clarity I may get, but just be open to sit in the energy. It's very comforting in an interesting way. But anyways, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.